Hello, everybody, and welcome to session number 2 of Act 2. We are back for the Wizarding World Tabletop campaign, Circle of Fate. We are knee-deep during the Wizarding War that also involves Muggles and No-Badges, and it's getting very messy very fast, as you guys have seen.
No, it's fine.
For today's warm-up, I'm once again going to do 2 questions. So, and I'm not sure which question is easier for you. So I'm just going to prep both, and you can decide which one you're going to answer first. So the question is, how does your character, not the player, how does your character, if they could somehow control how this war ends, how would they like to see this war ending? That's question number 1. And then question number 2 is, again, I thought that it would be valuable to do another journal writing exercise and just get into your character's head at this moment, now that stuff is going on around the world. What's going through your character's mind, maybe stuff that might especially not be pulled out in normal role-playing. What are some things that you think you might want to reveal if your character was writing in a journal right now? And I would like for you guys to choose, I'll be nice. You can pick 2 NPCs that I will do that journal for.
Heck yeah.
2 NPCs.
Maybe Levi's dad. I want to see what the political side is doing.
Yeah, Hunter could
Which
be.
one?
Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, Jared could be interesting.
Hunter Lionheart would be interesting.
Oh my god, so many options.
Let's
I
do
mean,
Hunter, because I feel
yeah.
he's a bad guy.
That's bad.
I had a dream a long time ago. I think I told Jordan, it was like when we first started the session, that I woke up dead sleep like, Hunter's a bad guy.
Did any of you see VNO's spin-off session?
That's the episode I'm on. I'm on that part 2 of that episode. I keep saying I gotta watch it because he's in the thumbnail. I just haven't had the time. That's the episode I'm on.
Sorry, Branden, then I'm going to spoil something for you since you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's a bad guy, clearly. He's clearly a bad guy. Let's do Juan's brother. Juan's brother before he died.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Juan's brother before he died. Let's get his journal entry.
I don't know if
I
want
need
that.
it. I need it now, guys. I'm sorry. I need it now.
I need this.
I don't know if I want that, Brandon.
Come on, we need to know. See what he...
I mean, we got a lot of his last-minute thoughts on the walls already.
Yeah, but I want to know where they
Why
captured him, how long he's been
Brandon
there.
wants to be
Why do
emotionally
you want to hurt us so early?
Fuck. I'll
Well, you can pick
let's
somebody
do
else.
Hunter
Man.
and we'll think the second one.
We could pick somebody else.
Well, Clef, who would you want? Who would you want then, if you don't want Carlos?
I
who would you
think
want?
I actually want that. It's gonna.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, I actually do.
Okay. Okay, so this is Hunter's. Dear Journal, things are a mess. I've lost a lot of sleep, Actually, over the last couple of years. I can't remember when I last had a good night's sleep. I'm doing a lot of things, trying to juggle my family, my job, everything that's going on in this world, trying to keep everything afloat. We all want peace. We all want this to come to a peaceful end. And sometimes even I'm confused and not sure what that exactly looks like. My son has been fighting very hard, particularly on the no magus side, which I am very proud of. However, I do know that at some point he and I are going to have a very long and difficult conversation about the resolution of this, because I don't think that both of our ideas of the perfect ideal resolution is going to align. I know all the arguments between the statute of secrecy, and I am a man of law. I am a man who respects the law, and I am a man who understands that the law is there for a reason. I know that there are a lot of people, especially the younger wizards and witches, who see very clearly the faults of the statute of secrecy, and I can't say that I disagree with them. But I guess I'm the type of man who it's very hard to teach an old dog new tricks. I still believe that the statute of secrecy is important and that it can work. We just have to make some adjustments here and there, as opposed to just tearing down the entire foundation and building everything from scratch. I think maybe it's because I'm scared of that sort of change. Maybe it's because while that idea may sound poetic, in reality, under execution, is it actually going to bring about the kind of peace that we believe it actually will? I'm sure that it will not be perfect, and the journey will be hard. And even if we did take away the statute of secrecy, I can almost guarantee that the full ideal, happy peace that my son believes in is not something that he will be able to see in his lifetime. And I don't know if he's going to realize that. Maybe his children, maybe his children's children. I feel sometimes that I fail as a father to him. There's a lot of things that I've hidden through Levi, which I told myself was to protect him. First, of course, there was the fact that I hid his acceptance letters to Hogwarts. That was probably what stung the most. And when he and I had that talk, he was right. He was absolutely right. I did it because I was afraid. There was also the incident at the Ministry of Magic many years ago that I never mentioned to him. And I think part of it again is because I was afraid. It was a moment of weakness of me. It was a moment that I guess I haven't said anything to my son because I didn't want him to look at me any differently. Especially after what had happened when he discovered about the letters to Hogwarts. I act like I have everything together and that I am some paragon of wizardhood, I suppose. But in reality, I am just as confused as everybody else. I think that this war has brought out a lot of self-evaluation and self-discovery within ourselves. And hopefully, we will all be able to survive to reap the benefits of these self-evaluations. Until next time, Journal. Hunter Lionheart.
What did he do?
You should have watched it. I told you to watch it. How many months ago did I tell you?
Jesus, I'm watching it right now.
Did anyone else see it just out of curiosity? All right.
I'm watching it right now.
I think that was the one that I actually said in Discord. This is the episode you need to watch.
Yeah. I watched part 1 to it. I watched part 1. I didn't watch part 2.
Oh,
Watch the Vienno episode, please. Make whatever what I just said make more sense. Okay.
I need to see that right now.
All
I'm gonna
right.
watch it.
I know all the viewers are watching saw it, so they know what I'm talking about. Carlos, I'm warning you, this is going to be very uncomfortable. So, be mentally prepared.
Get ready for it, Clef.
Dear Journal, how long have I been here? All the days keep blurring, and my entire body aches. It's numb. At least it's never boring here, that's for sure. Very, very uncomfortable laugh. I miss my family. I miss being at school. I miss, as much as I hate to say it, I even miss Yvonne. Isn't that messed up? With everything that's been going on, I actually do miss Yvonne. The people here, that they say they're trying to do these things in order to help. That's what they always say. But I don't believe them. I tell them not to put things there. I tell them that it hurts. But they don't listen. They never listen. I don't care anymore, actually. It's just the way that life is right now. I wish I knew what was going on outside. People around me are murmuring about the wars. Whenever somebody new comes in, I'm able to grab a little piece of what's happening. This is why my uncle Eduardo wanted to fight. This is why he did what he did. Because these nomads, they don't know what the F they're doing. That's why they have to do all this, because they're naive and they're ignorant and they want to get all this knowledge. And this is how they do it? This is not the way the world should be. I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of here. Every day just feels like the next, and I just care less and less. I've been hoping and praying to God that Juan would find me. I've been trying to do everything in my power to send a message, send an owl, send anything. But every single one of my attempts have failed. Why isn't he here? He is my brother. He's supposed to protect us. He always has protected us. Growing up, Juan was always there. Growing up, whenever anything bad was going to happen, he stepped in. But I wonder now if that made me feel soft. Maybe that's why I'm not strong enough in here. Maybe that's why I feel like giving up, because he never gave me the chance to stand on my two legs. I hate him sometimes. I just want to be home, but this is my home now. And it has been for, I don't know, how long. I don't want to live like this. Not anymore. That's the one thing in the end that they can't take from me. If I want this to end, if I want to stop giving them all this information, I can stop it anytime I want. And I'm going to, because I, Carlos Medela de Rivera, and we are strong. And we don't let these injustices happen. I think I've allowed it for too long. I'm giving Juan 3 more days. And if he doesn't end this, then I will. Signed, Carlos.
All right, great session, guys.
That's the session.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm glad you were gay.
It's okay, Clef.
It's all right.
We're here for you.
I told you. Did you really want this?
No, yo, it's
It was.
okay.
Branden.
I had to hear it. I'm sorry.
I wrote a full diary entry down while you were doing those. So,
Okay.
So, like, to answer question 1, I don't think this answer is going to be a surprise to you. Roxy doesn't know. Because the whole reason that she's staying out of it is because honestly she could see both sides. I think she would, if anything, would not want certain things to happen. Like, obviously she wouldn't want to be persecuted as a magic user. She also wouldn't want muggles to be persecuted. She wouldn't want, ideally she would want it to be like kind of like a partnership where, like, almost like how it used to be with like muggle governments working with the ministry and all that stuff. I think that's how it worked in Harry Potter. I never read the books, but like, that would be cool. Either way, as long as nobody's getting hurt, she's okay with whatever outcome happens, kind of thing. So at least at this stage in the game, that might change. As for question 2, I have this thing written down here. All right, so this one's a pretty short one because honestly, Roxy doesn't have that much to say. But dear diary, I don't know why I'm doing one of these right now. I haven't actually done one of these since World of Games. You know what the funny thing is? These have been some of the happiest 2 years of my life. I've been getting really into music, actually, since Snowflake gave me that Walkman. On the rare occasion I'm stressed, it takes the edge off. That and a stiff drink. Me and Naika are good. Really good. We are together and bring the best out of each other. That gives me strength. And I would be lost without him, I think. It worries me because nothing can be absolute in times like this. I pretend I have it all. And right now I do. I really do. But I can't help that pit in my stomach that it will all come crashing down around me one day.
And kind of like Roxy, I think Al's in a very similar position in terms of his opinions of the war. I think maybe he's a little more involved though than Roxy is, but I think in an ideal world, like, he wants there to be a peaceful solution. That obviously, I think a lot of people want that, but he wants the war to obviously stop. His biggest hang up right now is, no surprise, the whole Obliviate charm. I think he understands why the statute is in place. And so if they have to keep the statute up, he at least is wanting them to find another way to do that. So that's where he's at. Like, he wants it to be over, which I'll kind of get into in my journal, but he's also willing to step in and kind of be a leader if he has to be, and, you know, do whatever he needs to do to try to get to that peaceful resolution, which he's not thrilled about. It's not what he wants to be doing, but he just kind of feels this responsibility to do so, especially given how personal the Obliviate spell has become to him now. So that's where he stands. As for the journal entry, all right. Dear journal, I hate this. I hate what life has become the past 2 years. It's like ever since those games, it just hasn't stopped. It's one thing after another, and it just seems like there's just so much death and destruction. And I mean, it really hit home recently with Finn, and I don't even know how I feel about that, because he and I haven't even really had a chance to talk about us and what us even means, and this stupid war it's exhausting. And I think the hardest thing is that I don't even know how I can help. I'm trying, but I just feel so useless. I just see these people fighting for what they believe in, and I wish there was an easier way, but there's not. I feel like I haven't seen my friends, or I don't see them that often anymore. Everyone kind of got shifted around, and it just sucks. It really, really sucks. When I did see Asa the other day, it wasn't pleasant, that's for sure. As much as I feel like I've forgiven her, and maybe I have forgiven her, but it's so easy to blame her for what's going on, because she falls on that side of people that think it's okay to control other people's memories, which essentially controls their lives. And maybe I was too hard on her and blaming her for everything else, but seeing her really, really made me feel something inside that I didn't like. Almost like I hated her. And I never thought I could feel something like that. But here we are. It doesn't look like anything's gonna stop soon, so I guess I'll just keep trying, keep reaching out to people like Toby, who I feel like, even though we maybe don't agree on everything, at least people like him seem to have reason in mind and a good head on their shoulders. But wow, I never thought I'd say I wish we could go back to when things were a little bit simpler.
Levi, I think it's going to be like a thing with everybody. He wished that never happened. Like, he wishes that the secrecy was still here and that the war never happened or anything. But now that it has happened, he doesn't think there's a way to solve it on this massive a scale to everybody without, obviously getting rid of their memories and things like that. And he's completely against that as well with Al. He does selfishly kind of want to be a part of the war, where it's like he's heard stories of like Harry Potter, who's, when you think of the Wizarding War, you think of Harry Potter. He kind of wants to be a part of that. Like, when you think of this war, he wants you to think Levi Lionheart and like how much he did to participate and help whatever solution there is. He would like a peaceful solution where Muggles and wizards can live together and benefit each other and help each other. One through their magic and then one through their technologies and things like that wizards just don't have. Dear Journal, sorry for my handwriting. I'm really sick right now. It's been 2 years. I'm really sick right now. Sorry for my handwriting. It's been 2 years since the last time I wrote in this. And to be honest, I've opened you up quite a few times to look at better times. But now, things have just been rough. In this 2 years, I've actually done a lot of growing up and trying to, become a little more mature, because like the world really needs, somebody right now to step up, I think. And I'm not afraid to be that person. And I think I could do good in this world instead of fighting it. So, I've been trying to get a hold of like Rox and Juan and Al. Al picks up every so often. I gotta get these 3 phones. Why don't they have cell phones? Like, come on, guys. It's 1999 or 2001. Let's do this. Things have been going good with Chessa. Really good, actually. We've been working a lot together, and between me and you, I think we're about popping the question soon. Hopefully she doesn't leave me on like some sort of like cliffhanger, yes or no answer. But hopefully this war ends soon, and hopefully my name can be attached to this, because that'd be pretty cool. I think it would make everybody proud of me, and I think this is the recognition I've been looking for.
If Juan could do whatever he wanted, he would go back in time, and at this point, like, after what's happened to him and what just happened, I think he would want to just go back and kill the ones that he thinks started it all. He has this pent-up frustration in his head. He wants the war to end. but he doesn't know what exactly does he want it to end with. I don't think that at this point in time, Juan really wants a peaceful solution. He wants to go and fight, he wants to go and get up all the frustration and resentment that he has. And he doesn't really know who to send it. To send it to the ones that cause towards the start, towards the muggles that are doing all these fucked up experiments. He doesn't know which side he wants to suffer, because he wants someone to suffer. So in his ideal world, everything will go back to normal. But it's very difficult for him right now. He doesn't really know what he wants. And for the journal entry, Dear Diary, I am angry. I'm angry, and I don't know how to get this up my system. The last few, I don't know how long has it been? Has it been years since I've joined the war efforts as a spy? It's been. I thought I was doing something good. I thought I would be able to take things, the mess that other people created, and be able to put it back together. I've always wanted to be able to clean up messes, or of protecting people. But I can't. I can't protect anybody. I'm useless. I need to relax. I can't throw myself in pity. At least not for now. Someone has to pay. Someone will pay. And that's where it ends.
Okay.
You brought a fucking tear to my eyebrow.
All right. Speaking of cliffhangers, let's get back to the scene that we ended with, which is.
I hope that she says no.
And Levi.
Jesse, you gonna answer? My knees kind of hurting a bit down here.
Chessa will basically take a deep breath, and then she'll look at you and she'll smile and says, Levi, I have been waiting so long for you to ask me that question. Of course I'm going to say yes.
Oh, God. You don't know. It's a crazy thing. I don't know why I thought you were going to say no. It's like the craziest thing. It's like, it felt like the 10 seconds I was down there felt like a whole, 2 weeks. I thought for sure you were going to say no.
She's going to, pick you up on your feet again, and she's just going to, as you're babbling and talking, she's just going to take one finger and she's going to place it up into your lips. And then she's going to lean in and give you a kiss. A very deep kiss.
You'll kiss her back, and you'll pick her up and be like, all right, starting on baby number 2.
She's laughing. I don't think that's how that works, Levi.
You know I'm bad at math.
This is good, she says. I think it's healthy for us to have something on the side that's fun to keep our minds off of things. Have you maybe thought about who you're going to ask to be your best man? Who's going to be my maid of honor? She's wondering. We need to get a guest list going. I'm actually really excited, she says.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, but I'm kind of stressed now here, Jess. I need your help a little bit, all right? I have 3 guy friends. Rodney, he's one of my bros. I don't know I think I could count him out, but look, Al gets a little catty sometimes. If I don't pick him, he's going to throw a fit. And if I don't pick Chance, boy, you already know how that's going to be.
Oh, wow. She says, you are in a pickle.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Negotiator, I think you should just, as somebody who I think this would be a good challenge and practice for you for your negotiation skills. I think you should invite all three, sit them down in a room, and you just talk it out, and then decide which one's going to be your best man. She says with a grin, a devilish grin.
All right, yeah, we could do that, or we could have 3 weddings on 3 different days, and have them all be the best man at one. No, you're right. You're right.
That sounds expensive, she says.
You're right. Okay, yes.
I mean, my parents are comfortable, but I don't think they're that well off.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna just talk to him. I'm sure we're 4 grown adult men who could handle this very nicely. Cutscene, all of us fighting over a table.
Like screaming.
You could have your own mini Triwizard tournament.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing on any of their minds. Plus, I've already been in one with like all 3 of them or 2 of them, and yeah.
My money's on Rodney. My money's on Rodney, she says.
Rodney's, I'm telling you, he's got this magic you never even heard of. It's crazy.
That's what I keep hearing. Rodney's got this magic.
Yeah, he's like
Rodney
super magic.
Rodney is going to be the one to save the day. Oh yes.
Yeah, who you gonna take to go ring shopping with? Not wedding dress shopping with.
That's a very good question. She's like trying to think like who some of her like other closest friends. I think it might just have to be Albion.
Yes, how's all our friends? I mean, he's got stuck with everybody. That's crazy.
Actually, I could make things easier on you, Levi, now that you mention it. Maybe I don't necessarily need a maid of honor. Can I have a man of honor? Maybe Albion could be my man of honor.
We could totally do that. Yeah, Al could be your man of honor. And I'll be like, look, I pull him aside, right? And be like, hey, I was going to pick you. Like, between you and me, I was going to pick you. But then Chessa said that she wanted you.
He'll buy that.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
It is, 100%. I never lie. But I was going to run another thing by you.
I'm wondering how good of a... She says, I'm wondering what kind of bachelorette party Albion would come up with.
Oh, never mind. It's over. That man's wild. Nobody knows, but that behind closed door, he's the craziest one of all of us.
I'm sure he would have extremely good taste on a hot stripper, she says, like winking at Levi.
Oh.
Maybe you can ask Finn.
Hey, whoa. Fine.
You know, he can come in, knock on the door, and he could be like, I hear that your flu network is broken. You know, he comes in with... Isn't that a thing? He comes in as a repairman. Isn't that what they do?
Yeah,
that's
but
right.
He's like a water guy. He'd be fixing your tub, and then his clothes get wet, and you're like, oh, we need to change these. You know, I've seen that video 1,000 times. But
maybe Finn has a hot brother. Does Finn have any hot brothers?
I think I know Finn has a brother. I think I know that, but I might not. I don't know.
What were you saying, Levi? she says.
So, hopefully it's like after war times that we do this, but if not, I would still like to invite Juan and Rox, if that's okay with you. I know they're kind of like, not on our side right now.
I mean, in principle, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just wondering, do you think that might cause a little bit of... I think Roxana would be fine, but with Juan, do you think that would cause a little bit of conflict during the day?
Me and Juan have always been pretty cool, but I don't know. Of course, Muggles are going to be there, and some people he may not like, but we've always been cool. And as long as he doesn't turn me into like a teacup or something, we're all good with that.
I'll leave it up to you, Levi. Just obviously, I like Juan. I just want to make sure that we're not putting him in a situation that is uncomfortable for him.
I'll run it by him, and if he's not okay with it, then I'll send him a bunch of pictures or something.
Well, she says, I'm excited. I have another project that has nothing to do with the war, and This is good.
Oh, great. And with you on it, the wedding's going to be perfect, like always. But you said strippers. Am I allowed to have strippers? Like, how does that work? I don't...
She sort of smiles and says, well, it depends. I think if you have Rodney as your best man, you most definitely will have strippers, and I will be accepting of that. If you choose Chance, I actually don't know what Chance would do for your bachelor party, but I have a feeling it would be very interesting.
Yeah, I might have to go with Chance for sure, because that would be wild. That'd be a wild night.
For the final time, I would like everyone to roll initiative for the final time. This is the part where I'm pairing you guys off. So, Juan got a 10, but he is going to be in someone else's scene. So, Levi, this is the next day.
Oh, hello there.
You are at work now, and one of your other, government buddies or whatever, informs you that there's been a terrorist attack the night before. That somebody came in and actually blew up one of their facilities at the Port London Authority. A lot of people were killed. Many were injured during the fire, and they're not sure if this was the work of the wizards and witches, but they did manage to capture one of them, and they wish for you to use your negotiation skills to interrogate this person and see if you can pull some intel, like find out who they are, who they work for, why did they blow up this facility, etc., etc. They will tell you they're not sure if this individual is actually a wizard because they couldn't find a wand on him, but maybe you might be able to figure that out.
Okay.
So you are going to be sent into a special room, interrogation room, and there is going to be this individual who looks very handsome and very, strong. As well, I don't think you've gotten the name yet, but Branden Carr.
This guy.
Levi will be interrogating Branden Carr.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is what role play is all for, guys. This moment right here in time.
A question, Carr. So they caught us, right?
Yeah. So this is what happened. So you were with Naila. You gave Naila your wand, which is why you don't have. Now, here's my big question. Did you give Naila Juan's wand or a different wand? Or like a decoy wand? So she would recognize Juan's wand.
Probably.
Yes?
Because Juan only has his wand and himself.
Okay.
I didn't thought that far in the spy thing.
That's fine. So you gave Naila your wand, and then a bunch of the government officials, just to somehow they captured you. So maybe I'm sure you have ways to escaping, but for the sake of story, I think it's interesting for us to set this up. So somehow maybe it's because you had to sacrifice yourself to let Naila escape. And Naila. So we'll say that you sacrificed yourself to let Naila escape. Maybe you did or you didn't remember that you had given Naila your wand. So you're not sure where Naila went, but at least you know she's safe. She managed to get out. But the Muggle government managed to capture you. And now you're being taken for questioning. So they have you handcuffed to this desk. You're still Branden Carr, like I said. And now they're bringing in negotiator Levi Lionheart to because he wants answers, like who your terrorist group is and all that good stuff. So
okay, so is he at a table, handcuffed or behind bars?
Handcuffed.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
thinking the theme song of Star Wars.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Does this mean that Levi knew about them testing people?
Yeah.
No. They don't tell. They never. Levi has no idea what this facility is.
Okay.
He's just told that there was a Muggle facility, and he never was told.
All right.
Hey pal, I like Star Wars too, but let's take this seriously, all right?
What's up, dude? Like, how are you? Oh, I can move a lot.
Look, man, nobody talks like that.
I talk like that, dude. So like, come on, give me some slack, you know? Like,
So where you from?
like, get this off? It's very uncomfortable. I can't like.
So where are you from, my man?
USA, my man.
What
You,
part?
hey, you, and he's gonna start bumping the table. You, hey.
All right, sir. Sir, I'm gonna need you to take this seriously for just a second. All right, you're acting ridiculous. What part of the USA are you from, sir? What part of the USA are you from? Nevada, what? LA, Nevada?
I don't know. That's out of character.
Las Vegas, Clef. Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's it.
That's it.
Las
He's
Vegas,
so good at the
Nevada.
spy stuff. He's so
Greatest
good.
city in the world.
I
In the
hear.
greatest country on the world.
Well, debatable. I mean, Britain's pretty cool too, but whatever. But, so what were you doing there?
Like,
Where were you doing and where they caught you at, man?
time? Up. I was like running. You know,
You what?
running. I was running and they saw me and they caught me and they were like, "What the fuck, man? What's going on?"
So are you a wizard?
No.
How we?
Like, what do you need? Like, give me a sec. Why do you need spells when you got these guns?
I would like for Clef to roll deception, and for I would like for Levi to roll insight. Observe insight, please.
Observe insight.
Opposed. Let's see who wins. Let's see what you get.
Ah!
All right.
I got these guns.
So you're kind of convinced that he's probably a nomage.
Okay.
So maybe, like, why would a nomage be involved with this? Is he in cahoots with them? I don't know. It's up to you to decide where to go from here.
All right, so you were at the base and you're a nomad and you were just or a muggle. I'd say muggle. Sorry. You're a muggle and you were just running. How'd you end up there? Just running.
Oh, you know, like, I was with some friends and they were like, "Oh man, we should go." And I was like, "Yeah." And then the whole thing started caught on fire.
Who was
So
your
I was
friends?
Oh, like, you know, friends. You don't really need to know about them.
Well, it's kind of my job to know about them. So
No, and it's like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I know that this is a little bit difficult, but it's kind of my job to not tell you about them. You know what I mean?
what exactly is your job?
Not telling you about my friends.
This is
Like,
the
I get a pretty good paycheck
I
for
love
that,
this so
actually.
much.
Like,
So it's your job to just not tell me anything. All right, I can see how it is. Well, you know, my job is to find out the truth, and if I don't find out the truth, you get locked up for a very, very long time, and you may never get out of here.
I don't like that. Like, I know that they're getting another Star Wars movie, and I need to see it, man.
Yeah, big Star Wars fan. Hey, well, you're gonna be locked up here like the rest of your life, kinda, if you don't start speaking, Branden. If I could be frank with you, Mr. Branden.
And not the mister, man. We're friends, right?
Yeah, we're friends, so you should just tell me the truth. What were you doing there?
Like I told you, running. The place caught on fire, so I need to run away from it.
How'd it catch on fire?
Electrical thingies?
Carol, insight for that one, too.
Yeah, please go ahead. Roll me an insight. Mr. Clef, roll me a deception. This is great. Oh, this is so
much
good.
higher than mine. Come on, D12. Come on, crit fail.
Oh!
Why are you such a good liar?
Because I'm a spy. When I level up, I put all of it into lie.
One of the possible outcomes, as you interrogate, one of the possible outcomes is you might think he's innocent. We can just let him go. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. But right now, you feel like, all right. At the moment, your suspicion of him is dwindling. So maybe they caught, I don't know, maybe they caught some random bystander.
They caught an idiot jogger.
Maybe they caught an idiot jogger. Keep going, and if you naturally think like that Levi was like, all right, I think we made a mistake. Sorry, sir. Like if you think it comes down to that, then that's an outcome. If you think you're able to dig deeper and maybe catch him in a lie, that's up to you. So
look,
go ahead, Mr. Negotiator.
Hey, look, man. So everything you're saying, I think you're telling the truth. So if you could just tell me who your friends are, we can let you go. That's pretty much the last thing I need.
Ah, man. Like, it's so good. But I don't know if I can tell you about my friends, We're like, it's the first rule in the club of friends to not tell you about the club,
Yeah, Fight Club. I've seen that movie. It was actually the first day I took my soon-to-be wife on.
Oh, you're going to get married, man! That's so cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I have some plans for it, so it's gonna be good. But first thing about rules too is you always break them, right? So if you just tell me your friends, we can let you out of here.
Damn, that's a good idea. Like, pretty sure about breaking them is breaking rules. I liked you, man. You're smart.
That's what people tell me, especially myself.
So, okay, I'll tell you about my friends. You seem like a good guy, right?
Yeah, I'm a real good guy. We'll let you go as soon as we hear about your friends here.
Perfect. So, there's Mike. He worked at the place, and he told us, "Hey, dude, we got some magical thingies in here, And I was like, "What? Magical thingies?" And he was like, "Yeah." He's okay. Mike is a little bit of a, you know what I mean? But
oh yeah, I got a couple friends like that too. So,
but so Mike was telling us that they had caught centaurs or an actual wizard, and because Mike had the paper that allowed him to go and talk with them, he managed to sneak us in so that we will look at them. So, because, who wouldn't want to see a horse lady,
Who wouldn't want to see a horse lady? What's this Mike's last name?
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt? I was actually going to say, Hark, I was going to leave to ask somebody if a Mike Schmidt worked there.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. That's good.
Instead of, I'm going to go ask
you can.
somebody. So
that's kind of funny because I actually do in real life know Mike Schmidt. That's kind of interesting.
Well,
I don't think he works in London.
If he works there, then he launches the greatest liar of all time. And I have to just fight
Shout
that.
out to
So you're going to step out? You're going to step out and then ask?
Yeah. He's going to ask any of his co-workers, hey, in that place.
Yeah, they can actually go through. Yeah, they can actually pull up a record of the employees there, and they're looking and they're looking and they're like, there's he said there's a Matt Smith who works there as a custodian, but I don't see a Mike Schmidt, but there's a Matt Smith.
Okay, yeah, all right, I got him. I'm gonna walk back in, and be like, hey, Branden, I thought we were friends, man.
We are, man.
So why are you lying to me?
I'm not lying to you, man.
Yeah, there ain't no Mike Schmidt that works there.
Oh, fuck. There's not. Oh, then he must have used his second name. Look for Jeremy Schmidt.
Look, my friend, I'm not about to go through a whole list of your lies. So I just gotta assume that if you lied about that, you may be lying about other things. So why don't we just come clean here?
Come on, go look for Jeremy Schmidt, man. I'm sure.
I'm not looking for Jeremy Schmidt.
Oh man, I thought we were friends. Can you do this a favor for me?
Yeah, man. Let me go take a look for you.
You're awesome,
Okay.
man. Okay, now that he's gone,
Is Juan doing anything while he's gone? Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna try. I'm sure that there are a lot of security cameras in the place.
Yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
How many?
I mean, there's one in the room you're in right now, so that's what you know at the moment. You do see a camera right now.
Okay. I'm gonna try and use Severing Spell.
Okay.
To try and cut the security camera and break it. Because I can do it. Because I can do it with my hands. I don't know if I can try to roll a conceal to make it look like I'm just, I don't know, moving to pass the time.
Roll a yes, which will make it a little bit more difficult. The DC a little bit more difficult. So, first of all, roll me a conceal, please. Do that first.
Fuck!
9. Oh. Okay.
Oh, critical fail.
So,
ooh.
Yeah.
Alarms go off.
So now I want you to see if you succeed. So roll. What's the normal target number for the severing spell? Does anybody know?
It's 10.
5.
It's pretty low, yeah.
But
It's
I need
5,
to get an extraordinary success to be able to cut metal.
Yeah, I would say so too. So it needs to be like a 20 at least, plus more because your hands are still bound. It's easier for you to cast spells when you're not handcuffed, but you are handcuffed. So
yeah.
Let's see what you get. You're gonna have to. It's gonna be high.
31.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, Levi. So Levi, you're pulling up like all this information about this Jeremy Schmidt, and you're gonna be like right in front of the monitors that are showing the security cameras, and while you're looking through the records, you'll glance up because with a critical fail, Juan is trying to be discreet, but he's failing miserably being discreet. So he's very obviously doing something with his hands, and you actually visually see this magic bolt. Roll me a spellcraft, Levi, please. Okay, you don't know what spell he cast, but he clearly is a wizard.
Yes.
You just don't know what spell he's casting.
Levi bolts back.
All right, you'll see him cast a spell, and then the camera like shuts off.
Okay, yeah.
The moment the camera fails, Juan will transform himself into a fly.
Okay. That, again, the TN of that is going to be difficult because you're handcuffed, but go ahead and roll.
34.
Oh, 34. All right. So you're going to bolt, and I'm going to say, Levi, roll me an athletics. I want to see how fast you can run. Your athletics is probably good.
It's pretty high.
12, an average. So I'm gonna say that Levi, it's not that far. Like, you just went over to the next room. So during the 6 seconds, I guess, that it took for Juan to transform, that 6 seconds roughly is how long it took for you to get to the door.
Okay.
So you'll swing open the door, and you will actually witness Branden Carr transform into something. Roll me an observation search.
I do spot. Oh, spot's much better. Thank you.
Spot, then do observation.
Get
spot.
the hell out of there.
17.
I play Quidditch.
You recognize that Branden has transformed into a fly. Now I want the two of you to roll initiative.
Thank you, Branden.
I'm a fly. What's the initiative of a fly? Because I take the.
It's just gonna be yours. I would say roll your initiative and add 3.
I
Roll your
roll
initiative and add
so
3.
bad, guys. Nobody rolls worse than me. I swear to God.
I rolled
16. All right. So, yeah, Branden Carr is first. As
Okay,
in
I will-
not Levi.
bolt through the door like and fly away.
Yeah.
As fast as I
All
can.
right.
Can I try to Quidditch, catch him,
Yeah, Golden Snitch.
Golden
Yes,
Snitch
you can.
catch?
Oh,
Okay.
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
Like
You're a
that.
Golden Snitch
I'm a
catch.
Golden Snitch master. You remember this? I forget what it was now. I roll so bad.
Branden.
All right.
I got him.
Still good enough. All right.
This goes.
So
I would like for Branden, give us a cinematic of your Golden Snitch catching.
Okay, so yeah, I've been training for this my whole life. I see the fly. It's not even nearly as fast as a Golden Snitch. So I just cuff it in my hands like this, not squish them, keep them like that. Yeah.
All right, so now the initiative is back to Branden.
Okay.
Branden, you're not. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, kick the door closed.
And you kick the door closed. Okay, so Branden, you're not squished. You're just cuffed inside his hand. What do you do, Branden Carr?
Let's-
Cuffed in his hand.
Let's become a horse.
Has anybody seen the old Disney movie, The Sword in the Stone? I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember
the
Madam Mim-
fight of them
the Madam Mim
transforming
fight.
into
Yeah.
animals.
When they transform into animals, like, yeah, this is what I'm picturing right now.
34 for a horse.
All right, so suddenly, Levi, you feel this fly push against your hand, and it forces your hands apart as the fly now has transformed into what kind of a horse? What color? What does it look like? What is
It's
it?
a pure breed white horse.
Purebred white horse.
Alright, I got something for you right now.
Now that I'm a horse, I don't know if I can. I would like to kick him. Like, just kick
All
him.
Is it
well,
churning?
transforming.
Is the
I
attack?
think
yeah.
transforming is your action.
Yes.
Transforming will be your action.
Go
so
ahead.
you can't kick him until the next turn. So Levi, you get to read.
I am gonna start Goku powering up, stunning spell him with my mage food.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah, beat this one.
AJ's on fire tonight. Jesus. Spitting straight fire.
I almost critically failed, but yeah.
Okay, the horse. I'll give the horse a chance to dodge. So roll me a dodge, which is your swiftness, and as a horse, I'm gonna say go ahead and add another 3 to this as a horse.
Okay, I'm fucking dead, guys. Oh, that was very close. Yeah.
It was pretty close. Bah! Stunning spell him.
All right. So you do your a palm attack to a specific spot, and the stun spell stuns the horse for a moment.
I'm a stunned horse.
He's out for a while with a 20, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I can't remember the times.
yeah, it's gonna be like a minute at least or something. So
Okay.
what do you do, Levi?
Yeah, it's gonna be a few minutes.
Yeah. So what do you do, Levi?
And he's the horse still?
Yeah,
I would say he's still stunned as a horse.
it's until the time passes or I transform.
I'm gonna call others in to help me. Because are there other wizards or are these muggles with me?
These are all muggles. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna ask some of your coworkers.
Do I have a gun?
Do you think a negotiator would have a gun?
I think everybody in the army. is pretty much issued.
All right, then I think. Yeah, sure.
So I am going to. Don't make me kill you, Juan. Just stop.
No, kill me. Just
I'm
kill
gonna
me. I
put
want
the
to die.
gun to its head, and when he wakes up, I'm gonna be like, "I'm telling you right now, any sudden movements, I'm shooting you."
So you didn't ask your friends for backup? You just.
Yeah, I'm trying to just deal with this on my own.
Okay. All right. The door is still shut behind you.
Because Levi's big fear is that they panic and just shoot him because he's a wizard,
Okay.
So he's trying to take care of this.
So the door. All right. So the door is still shut.
Yes.
Apparently. Nobody has seen the horse. Okay. So
Yes.
you're aiming at his head, and you're waiting for the the stun to wear off. Okay. And so what happens?
I'm like readying my action to shoot if he does anything. So
Okay.
please,
right.
Clef, just don't make me shoot you.
Branden Carr believes that he will shoot you if you try something funny.
The horse will go.
Turn back into yourself right now. Into you.
Oh.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
And
He just continues.
I'll go back into Branden Carr.
All right, you transform back to Branden
If I
Carr.
manage to hold off against my dead brother, I'll be able to hold off against Levi. Like, don't break character, I mean. Oh man, that hurt. Although not as much as like if I was a human. Horses are like dope.
Levi's gonna grab his hand, put it on the table, and break it with his gun, so he can't do no more. So he can't do any more wandless magic with his hands.
Oh my
All right,
god.
so that's gonna be. I'm gonna say that'll be a grapple. So if you're gonna grab him and like break his arm, you guys are gonna have to do opposed. So this is actually gonna be opposed strength.
Oh no,
Opposed
that's
strength.
Opposed athletics.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I would just say strength, not athletics.
I roll so bad, so you're fine.
9.
He rolled so much better than me all the time. Come on.
6.
I'm gonna use one of my chance luckies to re-roll that.
Oh yes, you have.
I have
still
two
have
of those.
chances
I have
lucky.
2 of those.
You do. He does. Yes. Good old chance. Roll again.
Y'all best friends should be a goddamn
Chance
leprechaun,
didn't
guys.
give me one, and I was breaking in.
12.
Oh my god.
I'll
All
use
right.
all my courage. Fuck it.
I'll use all my courage.
You're gonna use your. Are you? All right. So
If
both
you
of you
use-
are gonna use all your courage.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use
I'm
all my
winning.
courage.
Okay. All right. Both of you use all your courage up, and so you grab Branden Carr's hand, and then you strike down. Roll me an athletics for this one.
Oh my god. This is
Gosh,
gonna
this
be
is
so
getting rough,
Clef
guys.
made this bonkers, dude. I was just trying to talk to him.
This just went dark.
Levi's turning
I
into
mean, this
Batman.
is brutal. This is policity brutality, man. Police
Hey.
brutality.
This is
You're
like
a terrorist
the
in my eyes.
This is like
This is
the
Yeah.
still
War
police
terrorist in my
brutality and
17.
torture.
I'm not
It's
a police
still
officer.
torture and police brutality.
I'm not a police officer, so I don't want to hear it.
This is a war danger, a war criminal. You can't just do whatever you want with.
You attack
Prisoner.
me. Yes, I can. Bam!
I didn't attack you.
You turned on to a horse on me. Bam!
I didn't attack you.
He pulls your arm in, and then with a swift and very powerful strike, you hear a crack, bone cracking, and a large amount of pain shoots up. So you go down. I'm gonna say you'll go down wound level and a half. Branden Carr. Branden Carr, just hit points wise, you just went down a wound level and a half. Actually, it's actually a broken limb. Go down 2 wound levels, 2 whole wound levels.
Oof.
And it's very painful. So now,
Fuck! Oh, that's police brutality. You know that, right?
I'm not a cop. Sit down.
And that lets you torture people.
You're not allowed to attack me.
Well, how did they attack you, fucker?
You turned into a horse on top of me.
Yeah, you're fine. You just broke my hand.
I'll break the other one if you don't sit down.
Muggles are fucking animals.
I ain't no
Whoever
muggle.
works with them are too.
No, you know who's the animal? Someone who blows up our entire operation for no reason.
Oh, I'm sorry for blowing up human experimentation labs.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know what the fuck did we find there? You know, oh, you don't. You're just a fucking puppet.
Ooh, this is getting visceral.
And who exactly are you, Mr. Branden Carr, huh?
Fuck! Someone was trying to set things right.
By killing people?
Fuck.
There were people there, and you killed them.
Yeah, you did too. That fucking lab was filled with corpses and people being tortured. I don't fucking care.
Look, I have nothing to do with that lab, but all I know is you killed people. You're a terrorist right now.
Ah, fuck. You can tell yourself whatever you want, man. You're the bad guy in this story.
I'm the good guy in my story, pal. Look, I'm trying to come up with a peaceful solution here, and your people are blowing up our places.
Yeah, this is very peaceful.
Yeah, after I get attacked by a wizard, that's exactly what happened.
I could have killed you, man. I didn't. So stop fucking blabbering about.
I could have killed you and I didn't.
My fucking hand.
What were you guys doing there?
Setting free the people that you caught.
Who are your friends?
Fuck you, pal.
Yes.
Hey, pal. Let me tell you something right now. Those muggles out there find out what you did. They'll kill you for this. And now with your broken hand, you won't be able to defend yourself. I'm the only one separating you between them. I want this to be peaceful. I wanted to let you go.
No, you don't want this to be peaceful. You're part of the war. You are
What
okay
are you a part
with.
of?
I am the one who's actually trying to do something. This whole negotiation thing, it won't work for fucking shit. Did you see what the Muggles just did on Russia? A school. It was a school, the thing your people destroyed.
Yeah, the wizards are not, their hands are pretty dirty too, pal, all right?
Yeah, but we don't go destroying schools.
I'm going to be talking to somebody about that.
Then everything will be okay then. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, so what? You want to just go out there and kill all of them? Is that what you want to do?
No. Why?
What's your plan? At least I'm doing something to try to help. You're killing people.
Oh, no, I'm setting people free. That's what I
Murder?
did.
Who are you?
Branden Carr, bitch.
This is the best thing
episode title.
That's the episode title. Yes, that is the episode title.
Who are you?
I love it.
Branden Carr.
Who are your people? Who do you work with?
Okay, sorry. The thing I said before about you being smart, you're not. Let me repeat myself. Fuck you, pal.
All right, pal. Well, since now I know you're a wizard, so I know I could do this. I could pull out my wand and go through your memories right now and just learn it all right now. I'm trying to be helpful here. Don't make me go through all your memories. I'd like to just you tell me. But if that's what you want, he starts pulling out his wand and putting it towards his head. I'll do it.
Fucking do it. I don't think you're good enough.
Oh.
Real wizards use wands. You use your fucking yeah.
Oh, where was your wand?
I don't need one.
Real wizards use wands.
Come on. Take them out. See for yourself what your guys are doing in your end. Come on, do it.
Levi puts his wand away. So you guys are here killing people and then trying to pretend you're the righteous ones, huh? How do you know they weren't How do you know they weren't war criminals in there, huh?
I'm sorry for them. That place had to be destroyed.
No, how'd you know that the people you were rescuing weren't war criminals, weren't bad guys, people who killed? How'd you know that?
Oh, they probably are.
So you were saving war criminals?
Perhaps.
Yeah, you're a real good guy there, Mr. Branden Carr.
I'm better than you, at least. At least I know what I'm doing.
I don't got the broken hand.
Oh yeah, that makes everything better. Yeah, you're better now. You broke my hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now you're going to be locked up for a very, very long time. And Azkaban is going to be the least of your worries.
Yeah. Okay. Just okay. You're throwing me in jail. I don't really fucking care. I just want you to try and be less of a puppet. If you can, if you have the sufficient intellect to try and actually look for what your guys are doing, then try and stop being a fucking puppet or live comfortably in your life. Just do whatever you want, man. I'm done.
Let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you a question and answer honestly, which I don't think you will. Who's your best Muggle friend?
I don't think I have one.
You don't have a single Muggle friend. You don't know nothing about these people, all right? You never will. That's the problem with all these wizards, all these pureblood wizards, all right? You know that there's children that die every single day of starvation, and people like me and you, we can make food out of nothing and save these kids? You know how many people die on their way to a hospital when we can apparate? You don't care about nobody but yourself.
The world is a tough place.
That we can make better.
We were the lucky ones. We have to survive. Uniting both worlds doesn't work.
Says who?
Says everyone with a common sense.
Yeah, Voldemort and Grindelwald. You're right. You're getting out of here. He's gonna call somebody to come get him now.
All right.
Run, puppet. Run.
You're going to open the door to start like flagging in somebody, and when you open the door, to your surprise, you see and hear a lot of commotion. A lot of the people who work at this facility are like running up and down the halls frantically, and you're overhearing that something's going down right now.
Oof. All right.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. I'm gonna close the door behind me and run out.
You're gonna close the door. Did you re-handcuff? I'm assuming you.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I didn't say it.
Just
Yeah, I
broke my
didn't say
hand.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
So you shut the door, leaving Branden Carr to his own devices, and people are going to tell you that you'll overhear people saying something is going down at Lambeth, London, right now, which is where you know Chessa is.
Yeah.
So let's shift over to the next scene.
No. What's happening to Chessa?
I'm going.
Clef, I love you. I love you.
Yeah, things are just gonna keep accelerating from here. So, just as an FYI, Roxana and Albion. Albion, let's at least start by picking up where we left off with you, because you have just rescued Toby and Asa during the bombing of Koldolfstorets, basically. The attack of Koldolfstorets. And I'm just going to take it right when you apparate back to Finn's house. And Asa is still in very, very bad shape because you haven't cast any healing spells on her. But you'll arrive and she's like coughing up blood. And I think that Toby will immediately look very frantically. Oh my goodness, Asa.
Al would just be like, very politely, Toby, step aside for a second. I need to assess her wounds, and he'll start examining and see like what seems to be wrong, and if there's anything he's able to do with his repertoire of healing.
First aid.
I got a 10.
You can tell that she has some broken bones, like I said. You're not sure. I think I told you last time that it looked like one of her lungs might have been punctured, which is severe. However, the good news is none of the wounds that she has seems to be magically inflicted. It's all done by mundane means, which means that a cure spell should be able to cure a good amount of it. She probably will still need recovery period, regardless.
Okay. So he would then attempt, I think, the Vulnera Saniteur spell.
Go ahead. Don't fail.
Yeah.
Don't. Critical fail.
15.
Okay. What's the target number, did we say, for that spell? I wasn't sure if it was 15 or 20.
15 exactly.
Okay. So you will...
That's for a complete 1d6 plus magic modifier healing.
Okay. So you will be able to close up her wounds. I think that at minimum you will be able to close up the wounds that are external. You'll have to cast it. I read the Vulnera spell again, and it looked like you quite often it's cast multiple times, because that's what happened when Draco Malfoy was attacked by it. So in order to close up the puncture, that'll probably be next. Oh, fail.
Oh,
okay.
No. Okay, it's just also.
No, they never got their redemption. Okay.
Just kidding.
Oh, fuck.
So that backfires, trying to close up her, the wound in her lungs. Albion, you are going to attempt as hard as you can to try to heal up Asa. So closing up the wounds seem to go great, and you're like, okay, good. She's on the road to recovery. You go and try to heal her lungs. Unfortunately, the spell ends up going terribly wrong, and you realize that you actually, instead of healing up the lungs, you actually completely slice through her lungs, and she immediately starts hemorrhaging, and she immediately starts shaking, and you can sense her vitals are going down very, very quickly, and all of a sudden, Toby's like, Albion, what's going on? What happened? What's going on?